just like that. Let me exit out of this. And now this is a blank sheet of what the first
Yep.
food diary is going to look like. So you want to add your food in, right?
Yep.
All right. So if I go and tap the tap the top bar to add
Tap
food.
the tap bar. Where did you tap that at? You gotta be specific when you say tap the tap bar.
Okay. Look at the plus sign at the bottom.
Okay, plus sign by it says food and says 0.
No. Okay. See, look at the app. On your app, on the
Yeah,
bottom right hand corner is a plus sign.
at the bottom. Okay.
You see where it's
Thank you. Yes, that's what I need.
okay. You hit food.
Okay. Food.
You can go to either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So we're going to start off with breakfast.
Okay.
All right. So now we're going to add our breakfast. There we go. You see how it says the history? You can go through your history and everything. Let's hit next. You can go through the filters of
I
all the
don't got
food.
nothing. Mine is blank.
Yes, so yours is going to be blank. Mine has all the food that I have in here. So,
Okay.
for instance, suppose I don't have any food in there, okay? Let me add some oatmeal, okay? So I'll hit plus. There is a quick add. There is a recipe. There's a bar scan where you can scan the actual package, and you can create a recipe, or create a food, or create a meal. So what I would do is a quick add. No thanks. Um. Uh. Hold on. Let me back up real quick. Let me back up. So usually I don't get to this screen like this. Let me show you how I normally get it to it. At the bottom, there's diary. There's a diary thing. You hit diary,
Mm-hmm.
and you see how it will pop up with all your stuff.
Yes.
It will say the calories. It will say breakfast. It will say lunch, and it will say dinner. Then you say add food. So let me add food. Okay, we'll search for food. Let's say I'm gonna put oatmeal in. Oatmeal.
Well, let me put what I had for breakfast. So
What do you have for breakfast?
I had I had eggs and turkey bacon for breakfast.
All right, eggs. How many eggs did you think you have?
I had I cooked 2 eggs.
2 eggs. So we'll hit eggs. We'll look at eggs, and there it says one large egg, one large egg, one large egg. It'll give you a standard measurement. You hit the one large egg, and then number of servings. That means this is serving one large egg. You just change this number of servings to 2. Hit
Okay.
save, and then you will hit plus.
Where'd you
Okay.
hit? Where's the plus? And you hit.
Okay.
I don't see.
Okay. Hold on. Let me back up again. Let me add another food in for you. You said turkey bacon, right?
Yeah. So I click the turkey bacon. I just click the check mark.
Yeah, hit the check mark.
Okay. Now. Okay. That's add. Okay. Now
And
I
it says
add and then put turkey.
add food, put turkey bacon.
Okay. Strawberry bacon. Jimmy O turkey. I
So
do get a.
it'll give you all different kind of turkey bacon. How much bacon did you have? How many slices?
3 slices of Oscar Mayer turkey bacon.
Okay, you have Oscar Mayer turkey bacon. That's right there. So you hit the Oscar Mayer select turkey bacon. You'll hit 1. And then you see it says number of servings, the same thing. You change the number of servings so it can equal the amount of burgers, turkey bacon you got. So you say 3 of them. Then you hit the save button.
Okay.
Once you hit the save button, it will show you how much calories for that amount of turkey bacon. It'll show you your 120 calories. It'll show you how much fat and how much protein.
Okay, so
So,
also for breakfast, how do I do a smoothie?
okay, so let's hit the check mark first,
Okay,
and now let's just put in a smoothie. All right, add food,
add food.
and let's put smoothies. Smoothie. So it's gonna ask you either a mixed fruit smoothie, how much, and it's gonna try to give you an estimated amount. You can search all foods, all smoothie foods, and what will happen is it will bring up all types of smoothies that you can possibly have. If you had a specialty smoothie from a store, you can actually put the name of the smoothie in here, and it will find the exact um, amount of ingredients that it has. So if you want to what kind of smoothie did you have?
So I made my smoothie and I made my smoothie and I put 2 scoops of protein. I put 3 scoops of protein powder. Probably shouldn't have. Um, 3 scoops of protein, 1 cup of oatmeal, strawberry, banana, blueberry, spirulina, tahini, and that's it.
All right. So if you want to put smoothie and then you want to put the recipe that you had, so you can put the recipe in there. If you want to put a recipe of the smoothie that you did, you can add that.
So
So
how do
it can be precise, but what I would normally say to do is just get a basic amount of what you do. So if I'll say what you said, what were the fruits again?
strawberries, banana, and blueberries?
Okay, so strawberry, banana, and blueberry. Oh, I guess wait, strawberry.
Strawberry, banana,
It won't
and
work. It won't work while
blueberry.
you're on the Zoom.
Well, it works on my phone, not on yours, because
Oh,
you're the host.
okay. So a strawberry, banana, blueberry smoothie, homemade. It will give you a rough estimate amount of how much of depending on how many ounces of smoothie you took. It'll give you the rough estimate amount of calories. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. There's a banana blueberry smoothie. If you only took 1 cup, is 175 grams of calories right there. So let's pick let's pick the top one, which is 516, and it's 16 ounces. That's like 2 cups. So that's 2 cups of smoothie. How big of a glass you think you had? You had a big glass or a small glass?
No, it's about 16 ounces.
It was around 16 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yes.
right. So it's around 16 ounces. So then you hit this plus, hit equal or the check mark, and if you look at your goal and you see on your diary for the day, you see your eggs, you see your turkey bacon, and then now you see your smoothie. Now, if you look at your smoothie, it tells you
How
what
come you
you
have more than mine?
huh?
Didn't we put the same thing in there?
Did you put 2 eggs?
I put 2 eggs, 120, 516, 790. Oh, your goal is higher than my goal was 2,000. So my goal is high, my goal is less. What's supposed to be my goal? 25, 25.
2,500 calories.
So how do I change my goal?
Okay, so that's another thing. So, what's your goal saying right now?
2,000, 2020.
2,000 calories, 2,020 calories.
Two 2020.
Okay.
2,020.
Yeah, I got you. So To change your goal, what or let's set your goal first.
Okay.
So you go to me. There's a bottom part that says me at the bottom. You see that little
Me.
icon?
Okay. Yep.
Go to me. And it will say your goals. You can update your goals, right? There is add weight or add goals or whatever. So what I will do is I'll update my goal.
How do I
I'll say I'll tell
update?
them what my current weight is. So if my current weight right now is 200 pounds, let's say 200 pounds, and I actually want to lose 10 pounds. So let's go to 190 is that's where I want to be at. That's my goal weight. I'll set that. So what it will actually also set is what's my weekly goal per week? How many pounds do I want to lose per week actually? I say 1 pound per week safely will be very good because I'm very active. My activity level, I'll change that also. It'll also show if I'm active or I'm light active or I'm very active. Now, if you're doing the classes 1 to 3 times a week and you're also doing your personal training, I would say very active if you're doing a lot of work throughout that week. If you're just doing the classes, I would just say active. Okay. Anything other than the
Gotcha.
classes that you're doing is very active. So that means you're keeping doing more than you're supposed to be doing per week, which is good.
Okay.
So let me say this active right now. I'll put active, then I'll hit set. Okay, now with all this changed, I'll show you what happens to your calories. You go down, you go back now.
Okay. So
Now my calories, my goal weight is 190, and now my daily calorie is 280. For my body weight is 2,840. When I go to my diary now, it changes it.
gotcha.
So
So
now all
okay.
now all I need now is 2,000 calories left in my meal. Now, let me show you something that is beneficial to you when you're actually filling up the rest of your day. So if you go all the way down, you go to nutrition. When you go to nutrition, you can go to nutrients. There's calories, there's nutrients, and there's macros. You go to the nutrients, and it will give you a breakdown of how much you have left in everything. So in your protein, it'll show your protein that you have um 679 grams left of protein to take in your body. So you can actually guesstimate the rest of your food of how much food that you have to actually take for the rest of the day with protein. Your carbs is the same amount. You have 281. I have 281 grams of carbs to take. I have 26 more grams of fiber to take today. My sugar level, I still have more sugar to take and I still have more fat to take. So one thing you want to look at is that you minimize the cholesterol. You can see the cholesterol. You don't want the cholesterol to go too high. So when you're cooking those eggs, your eggs have high cholesterol. You want to make sure if you can take away some of those egg yolk, like put only egg whites, that will lower that cholesterol. Okay, and the monosaturated fat and all the other stuff can be lowered with certain things. Now, your vitamin C, all the vitamins and everything that you need to take, once you hit that number, you're good. Okay? So, as long as you hit these numbers and you stay within these numbers, you say, "Oh man, I have enough vitamin C in my system, so I know I'm not vitamin C deficient. I have vitamin A, but I don't have enough iron." You know, so then you figure out I need to get my iron up. I need to get my potassium up, and my sodium needs to go up. So all this shows you what you have left in your regular in your next in the rest of your day. So when you plug in the rest of your day, it will show you, okay, you're almost there with your carbs, you're almost there with your calories, you're almost there with your fiber. And look at your calorie count. Your calorie count is at 700. Right now, my calorie count is at 700. this breakfast is very good. You know, you're getting a high quality breakfast right now with the 2 eggs, but what you see is you're having your cholesterol is way too high on that meal. So what we can do is we can
Where you
eliminate.
where you see that at?
So if you go to nutrients and you see the cholesterol level, in that one meal, that cholesterol level, you're already at 507 grams of cholesterol that you've taken. You know, you should only be a milligrams. So you should only be at 300.
Oh,
So,
mine is saying I'm at my carbohydrates.
oh, well, okay, well, yours will say something different because I have my goal count in here. What's that?
So,
Oh, oh, yeah, so I have my goal. So mine might say a little bit different because depending if I'm trying to lose or gain, it'll say something a little bit different. So
it
ours
says
is a little bit.
yeah, my cholesterol is I don't even have a line for cholesterol right now. Oh,
Okay.
it says okay, so mine says today my cholesterol the total is 552 552 and then the goal should be 300.
Yeah. So you're over.
I'm
You're
over my
over
cholesterol.
a little bit.
I'm
So
over by 252.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. That cholesterol level will have to be, that's the thing that can be adjusted. So when you see things that are high like that, you can figure out how to adjust those things. Now, the one way to adjust that is to lose the egg yolk. So if you put in 2 eggs into your thing now, so if I go back to my thing, instead of putting 2 whole eggs and I
But
put
one
egg whites, our cholesterol level should go down. So let me switch that up, okay? Let me go back to our breakfast. Instead of saying we had eggs, what I can do is I'm gonna delete this. Let me see if I can delete this real quick. How do I delete it? All right, delete entry. I delete the entry. Now let me add 2 egg whites. Let's say egg whites. And I'll say 2 eggs. All right, so 2 egg whites. Let me hit that. And
I get you. Because if I
now
put
let me hit plus. Now look at this. We'll go down to the nutrients and look at your cholesterol level when you're just using egg whites. The cholesterol level is at 135 and you just use egg whites. So if you see how you change this that little bit, you're not going over your cholesterol. And again, having a high cholesterol just does add extra fat to your meal to your overall body fat. So if you see that and you change it and tweak it, it's gonna help you out in the long run to make sure that your cholesterol level throughout the day doesn't skyrocket. Because on the first meal, it was so high already. So you still have more meals to take. So your other meals, you want to make sure they're very lean meals going forward after that. So it's just eliminating necessary fats, unnecessary. I mean, high fats, like high cholesterol fats. Hold on, go to mommy. All right, so that's pretty much how. Any other questions on that, or what? You see it? You kind of see what I'm saying?
yeah. So I just it says so my thing's giving me a warning. It says I put my I put my lunch in, so I had a personal deep dish pepperoni pizza from
Oh gosh. Yeah, that it would give you a warning when you put that in. Okay,
It
what did it
says,
say?
this is 22 grams of fat. Your goal for the day is 87 grams.
So it says you can eat that pizza. It's just telling you that that is 22 grams of fat. If you go over 87 grams of fat for the day, you're gonna go past your what you need to have in, and you're gonna go opposite direction. So if so it also shows that you can also create your cheat meals, your timing of your cheat meals. So if you're going to eat that pizza, it's perfect to eat it at that time, but it's warning you that your next meal has to be more cleaner if you're going to stay within your goal. So
Okay.
that's why it's so helpful to use this. So it gives you an idea of, okay, I ate that pizza, and someone says, "Hey, you want another pizza?" Oh, wait a minute. Nah, if that's another 22 grams of fat added to my daily goal, I can't have that other 22 grams of fat added to my daily goal. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you an idea of how much stuff you're adding to your daily diet when you put it into this app.
Okay. So I used the barcode this time
Hmm.
instead of entering. I used the barcode, and now it says food this food is high in saturated fat.
Yeah. So it will let you know. It will let you know what it, but how much and how much saturated fat do you have to take for that day? So saturated fat, you only have 32 grams of saturated fat that you're allowed, right? Or you should have, because I have only all I have is 32 grams of saturated fat
My
allowed.
sat- my saturated fat allowed is 29.
So if you have something that has a high saturated fat, you have to make sure you know that's the only thing that you can eat that has high saturated fat. So that's the beauty. That's the beauty of this app. It keeps everything in line on what, and it keeps everything in mind of what you're eating and what is being put into your body. So you know that if even though this is a high protein meal, oh, but wait a minute, I'm adding 44 grams of saturated fat to my meal. And it might, even though you think it's a healthy meal, it could be a harmful meal if you do too many of those same kind of meals throughout the day. You know,
No, that was only for lunch.
I know. But I'm saying if you said, "Oh well, I had only two, I only had two good meals, and one of the meal and two of the good meals were the pizza," that two pizzas put you over your daily fat amount for the whole day. You know what I mean? And you
Hmm.
could have had like three other meals that will keep you under your fat amount and still be and still be satisfied. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we eat that two pizza and we're still hungry. Like I got to eat some more because all I had was that two pizza. But you already screwed up and put yourself over the bar for how much fat you can take in. So all your other meals that you can take just to fill your stomach up is gonna have to be leaves, leaves and just straight chicken. No carbs, no nothing. So I mean, and that's the way that you're gonna want to just make sure you are getting enough food in, breaking your food up in pieces so that you can take in your meals on a day on a timely manner and be filled for the rest of the day. So once you filled up all of the requirements, once you fill up your protein, your carbs, and your fiber, and you fill all those numbers up for the day, then you go to the next day and it'll keep track of your progress because it's all about numbers. It's all about numbers, and the numbers don't lie. If you lose 35 3,500 grams of calories 3,500 calories a week, or if you lose 3,500 calories, that equals 1 pound of fat. So if you can lose 3,500 calories, you burn 1 pound of fat. Now the way is losing it properly, and within your diet, if you're burning and losing it properly and adding the things that you need to add, then your body will slowly burn it, and you will lose that 3,500 calories in a daily basis if you focus on how much calories you're taking in on a daily basis. And this app will give you exactly amount of give you an idea of where you need to be at. You know, it's not exact. Okay, so the problem is once you start seeing movement and you start seeing adjustment, depending on your activity levels, you'll probably be either seeing faster results or slower results. So if you're not doing anything else but our classes, or you stop doing classes and the only thing you're doing is the diet, your activity levels might drop, and that means your meal intake will have to drop also. You know, so you'll have to switch your activity levels in the app, and it will tell you exactly, okay, well, you're not moving as much and you're not burning as much calories anymore because of this new job. So what you're gonna have to do is eat less so you can still keep your body maintaining, instead of putting more calories in it for your workout. Because if you're not doing a workout, you don't need extra calories. But if you are trying to build muscle and trying to get stronger, then you need those extra calories so your body can repair itself. But if you're just trying to lose weight, you don't need to move your body or do anything. All you gotta do is make sure you eat properly, but you'll see faster results once you start moving your body. You won't get into a plateau. You won't get into that stage where you're not going anywhere else. Once you start moving and start watching your calories and watch what you're taking in and start doing your movement, you'll be where you need to be at, you know. But you just got to know what you're putting in, and that's the biggest thing. And that's how this helps. But did you kind of see it now?
Yeah. So what happens if I wanted to put like a recipe for like the smoothie that I had? Because I have more stuff in there. Because that's not really true. I guess.
Well, what you could also do is you can do it separately. Like if you're putting in strawberries, can put frozen strawberries, and then you can put protein smoothie with the protein in it, with almond milk. So whatever you're gonna put for the liquid side, put in the liquid side, and then go through and scan the ingredients of the spirulina, scan the barcode of
Okay.
scan the barcode of the rest of the stuff. Once you scan all those ingredients into your system, it'll all be in here. So when you add into go and put your smoothie in, you can put protein smoothie, and then you could do a multiple add. So let me show you how to do the multiple add. So if I put multiple add right here, I'll say, all right, I'll add my banana. Oh, I'm bad. My bad. I'll just click banana. I'll click the oatmeal that I have in here. I'll click the egg whites because I normally put that into my smoothie sometimes. And 1 scoop of the Recon. This is my smoothie thing right here, my protein shake. I'll add all that and whatever else I want to add it to that smoothie that day. Maybe is there any bananas in here? I put bananas already. If there's any mixed fruit, okay, here's some mixed fruits. Mixed fruits. I mean, add some mixed fruit. If you have frozen fruit, you can add frozen fruit. Hit the plus sign, and it will add all of that whole meal, that whole smoothie ingredients separately into your diary. You see, and if I had all of that, I'm already at 1,300 calories for the day, which will be awesome if I had all of this. But this is a lot of I did a lot of a little double. I have a whole bunch of eggs here. I have a whole bunch of protein here, a whole bunch of peanut butter and everything. But it keeps me in the green. Once you stay in the green and you have messages in the green, that's a good thing. You see it?
Mhm. So I just put my oatmeal. So I left. This is high in protein. So I just left the strawberry banana smoothie,
Mm.
and I left that. I left the banana strawberry blueberry smoothie thing, and all I did was add oatmeal and my protein. Um, I don't have
Yeah.
the bar, and then now my all I need to eat is 1,100 calories.
Yep. So same thing with everything done with all of that. You will hit complete diary. When you hit the complete diary, it's gonna give you an overview of what will happen if you do this, if you keep this up. So simple. Make it simple so that you can just know what you're putting in for the first 3 days, 3 or 4 days, so your mind can actually know and see what you're taking in and actually have a value of every food that you take in. So if this food, this food has a value of 22 grams of saturated fat, you don't see it as a pizza anymore. You see it as 22 grams of saturated fat. You know, if you eat three of those, it'll put you at 66 grams of saturated fat for the day. And what your goal is only 22 or 24 grams of saturated fat for the day. So you know that three of those meals is not, you're not able to do that 3 times in one day. So it just gives you an idea of what foods have value and what foods don't have value. So that food doesn't have value for you. You need to find valuable foods to add up those rest of those numbers.
Okay,
Got it?
got it. So I need to stop eating so much eggs.
So much whole eggs. You remember when I told you at the beginning, try to eliminate the whole eggs? Try to see how much egg whites you can put in. It's hard to separate those egg yolks, but you want to make sure you separate a lot of it because that egg yolk is the nutrition that is what makes what makes chickens. You know what I mean? That's all the fat, all the nutrition, all the everything that makes these chickens become chickens. That's the development stuff in it. All that cholesterol is needed. All that energy is needed to create life. For those babies, for those chickens. So you're eating a whole bunch of life right there, which is okay. But the problem is, it's full of cholesterol, and that's you want to make sure you're eating the protein, which is the stuff that makes the chicken stronger, the stuff that the chickens actually grow off of. That is the protein, the egg white. So you get the egg white, and separate that. That doesn't have hardly any fat in it. So it's high in protein and low in fat and cholesterol, and that's what you want to look for. You want to make sure you lower that because a lot of people, I remember back in the day, they used to eat like a whole bunch of whole eggs, and that helps you put on a lot of weight. It helps you put on a lot of weight and makes you just bigger. And that was a lot of people's goals in the past, just to get huge and get big. So you'll see them crushing eggs and swallowing egg white, the whole eggs. But that just you don't want to do that when it comes to if you want to make create lean muscle and lower your cholesterol level because a whole bunch of eggs is high in protein but very high in cholesterol. It'll cause heart attacks. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure you just lower that little bit. Every once in a while, you can put one egg yolk in there, but you
So maybe
remember you just want
and maybe instead of making scrambled eggs, I can just make boiled eggs and take out the yolk.
exactly, exactly,
And I'll still have my two whole eggs, just two whole egg whites.
exactly, and that's perfect because that's what I normally do in a fast in a quick situation. Because if I'm cooking, I will separate the egg whites. If I'm just if I'm ready if I gotta go and do things real quick, I will boil the egg and I will just eat around the yolk. And then sometimes I will pick out the yolk and I'll eat the yolk with it. Every so often I will eat the yolk, you know, because I mean I need those extra calories every so often. But and you don't want to do it too much. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you keep your if you're going to eat a lot of eggs, which eggs are very good for you. If you're going to eat a lot of eggs, just separate the yolk from it. Every once in a while, you can put a yolk into one out of every 10 eggs or one out of every 5 eggs. Put like one yolk in it. But if you want to reach like a really good level in fitness, especially in lowering your body fat, you want to make sure that your saturated fat and your cholesterol levels and all that other stuff stays very low throughout the day. You know, but you can find your healthy fats through your avocados and your nuts and all that. So that's why I say play with different foods, eat regular stuff, and find the value out of foods that you've already eating, and then find other foods that you can actually substitute the non-value foods for, so that you can be like, I don't really need this pizza. Let me figure out what is going to be a better fit for this meal, and once you substitute those things, then you'll have a good idea of what you need to put in on a daily basis. And you'll know what you can cheat on, what food you can cheat on. And if you do cheat on it, how many times you can cheat throughout that time. Say, oh, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat all 4 French toast sticks because all French 4 toast sticks fit under my saturated fat. So I'm going to enjoy this cheat meal. You know what I mean? And you can actually enjoy meals that you're not supposed to have, but you just have to know where to draw the line, you know. If you never know where to draw the line, you're gonna always step over it, and you're never gonna reach the goal that you want to reach.
Do I add coffee in here for my breakfast?
Add it. That's what I'm saying. Add everything. Add everything that you know that you think you're gonna eat, that you've done or eaten, and see what the value of it, what kind of value it has. So did you get what you needed to get? Did you understand what you need?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna
I did.
I know